What is up, everybody? My name is Ashley L with ABH Undressed, and today in this video I'm going to be testing out all the new Elf products I could get my hands on, because I'm sure there's more, but there was a lot of launches from Elf this week, and I tried to snatch all the ones up that I could. We're going to be testing out today the new putty primer in the Luminous type of formula. I'm really excited for that one. I have the new Hydrating Camo Concealer, which I've had some trouble with finding my shade, to be continued. The Halo Glow Setting Powder that I found at Target. The Primer Infused Blush. I got an eye primer, a putty eye primer, new glitter, and even a new sponge. So we're going to be testing all of that out today. We are going to be trying it all on, seeing how it wears. So I will be doing a wear test and seeing if it's good. In my filming room today, we have Mr. Harvey. He's came to join us, and you're just so cute, Mr. Harvey. Oh yeah, okay. So you may hear some snores every now and then, and some grunts and some sniffles, and that's just how Harvey talks, and that's just how he goes about his day. So if you are new here, I would love it if you would consider subscribing at any point in time in this video. That way you get notified when I post more videos, which is about 3 times a week. But for now, I am so excited to slather all this makeup onto my face and see how it is. And if you're just excited to see all of that as well, then you're in the right place, and all you need to do now is sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. All right, let's jump into it. So, Elf Putty Primer. Let's just bust it right wide open. They came out with the original one, which is supposed to be a complete dupe for the Tatcha Putty Primer. Now, full disclaimer, I don't like that primer, so why I'm excited for this one, I don't know. However, I've gotten a lot of comments from some of you guys in the past saying the Elf one is actually better than the Tatcha, so I need to try it, and I never got around to it, but this week there was a matte version and the luminous version that came out, and I was like, okay, I'll try it now because I like luminous. That was the thing with the Tatcha primer, is it wasn't like, it just seemed like it didn't really do anything at all. So if this one can at least create some luminosity, then that is good. I guess it has a sheen to it. I don't really see much. However, let's put on my flash on my phone and see if we can see anything. Oh, whoa, that was pretty. Did you see that? Oh, that's cool. On the back of the packaging, I almost see little glitter flecks right there. Yeah, you can see it. So that'll be interesting to see if it shows up like that on my face. So let's find out. So I know I used to just scoop a little bit. Oh, that's very soft. Very soft. I remember seeing a couple reviews for the original Elf one, and they were saying it was really hard. That is very creamy. I'm trying to see if I can see any. I just see a little sheen. I'll start applying. Oh, that looks glowy right away. It's almost a golden glow. No, but it's dissipating. That feels very good. That almost feels better than the Tatcha already. Okay, all right. I'm so optimistic. Hopefully this works really well with the foundation and concealer. I picked this up at Ulta, at Target. I don't know. They're both. Target had some and Ulta had some. I think I ultimately placed an order on Ulta's website so that I could get, you know, a discount and stuff. I had that 10 off 40 that they had going on last week. So there was that, but I did get the concealer at Target. Yeah, that's where I got that, and we'll talk about that in a second. Let me zoom you guys in so you can kind of see everything a little bit more, because you're too far away. Come on in, baby, come on in. I don't really see much anything now. Oh, I guess a little tiny bit of sheen, but it's not over the top. I don't see any glitter particles. I was kind of concerned about that, but I don't see any. Cool. All right, let's move on. Now, I like to conceal my discolorations on my cheeks before I go with foundation, so I'm gonna jump right in with the Elf Hydrating Camo Concealer, which I'm so excited for because I liked the original camo concealer, but it was a touch dry. So obviously I'm excited for the hydrating one. By the way, I'm normal to dry skin. My skin is kind of normalized, but since it's the winter, it does lean more on the dry side now. In the summer, it's like nice and level, but that's what we're working with. So I am excited. Okay, so I ended up getting the shade Fair Beige. Let's see if it matches. I first picked up Light Sand because that's what I was in the original camo concealer, but I'll throw up swatches for you guys to see right now. They were so different. I was shocked. This is really light. That's a big jump. Oh geez. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll have to make this work. I went over to Elf's website and they had a little shade finder based off of, you know, your favorite formulas for different brands. So I actually put in the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer because that one is like my perfect shade, C7, and I put that in and it pulled up Light Sand for the hydrating one. And it was so much darker than my original. It's so weird. It like, maybe it's because they're expanding the shade range. This one does have a lot of shades now, but don't call it the same thing then. Like, either call them different names if they don't match, or call that one a different name if it doesn't match. So I don't know if that's gonna be a problem across the board, but it definitely was a problem for me. I was editing Ashley over here, so I just went and tried to like search out who has the full collection of the Hydrating Camo Concealers, and the only place that I saw that has the entire range, which I think is 25, is Elf's website, so elfcosmetics.com, which I will link down below for you guys in case you want to shop through there. But they have all of them, way better selection. There's even one that I think probably would work better for me, which is light ivory. Now I know. And I need to tap off the excess. There we go. That's a little better. A little went a long way too. I honestly didn't mean to use that much, so noted. Seems to be going nicely with the primer so far though. So for foundation, they didn't have a new foundation out yet, which, like, Elf, come on, we are ready for some foundations that are like, you know, a wide shade range and that are good. So hopefully they come on to that soon and do that. So I'm just gonna go in with my favorite foundation today, and that's the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation, because it usually doesn't steer me wrong. So let me apply that really quickly, and then we'll go in with the concealer again to like brighten certain areas. All right, everything went on really nicely. I think I'm seeing some luminosity. This is one of those things. Is it a placebo? I don't know. I think I have more luminous skin versus when I use like just a basic hydrating primer in this. Maybe. Pores seem nice. I don't see anything to complain about yet. Everything's looking good so far. So I just went ahead and wet my Total Face Sponge from Elf. I'm not sure if this is totally new. It was actually a gift with purchase when I did my order with Ulta, but it is $5. It was really nice and squishy. It has a similar texture to the Beauty Blender, where like it almost looks like it has holes in it. I don't know how to describe it, but if you know Beauty Blender, then you know what I mean. So it is very similar in that. It's just a lot bigger and shaped differently, and $15 less. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna use it on one side to blend out the concealer. On the other side, I'm gonna use a brush, because I typically go for brushes, but I know some of you guys out there love your sponges, so I want to, you know, help you guys out as well. So let me just go in how I normally would with this. And a little went a long way, so I need to reel it in a little bit. Use my sponge first. Blending this out really good. Let's go in with the little side up here. It's a little bit big for my tiny face. That has some coverage. Oh, yay. All right, that sponge just blended out really nicely. It doesn't feel as nice because it almost has a texture to it than, like, I'm really used to my Shop Miss A AOA Studio sponge. I love that one, and it's like $1.88, I believe. So even cheaper than this, but this one is nice if you're, you know, in a pinch and you just need a quick sponge to get at the drugstore. Yeah, it's not stiff, which I don't like a stiff sponge. So this one is really squishy. It just has a little texture to it. So let me go in with a brush on the other side. It kind of started setting a little bit, so it's getting harder to blend now. That's how it was with the other concealer. I should have known. I just figured since it was hydrating that I would have more time to work, but I think it starts setting pretty quickly. Yeah. Whoa, it's very light, but I feel like I definitely have more coverage on this side versus the sponge side. Obviously, it's easier to blend out with the sponge, but I think my under eyes are definitely covered a lot better on the brush side, so personal preference. So I'm gonna use the new Halo Glow setting powder. I got the shade Light. There's a little peel in here. This is a little turn dial closure, so that's nice. How come I peeled it and then it didn't peel off and turn dial? What am I doing wrong? Oh, I just peeled off the peel off sticker, and oh, that's hard to see. I feel like a dum-dum, but that is so hard to see. Here we go. All right, I'm just gonna pop that all off. Do I see any shimmer? It says Halo Glow Powder. Let's see if we see any shimmer. Oh, it has a nice texture to it. Oh, there is some luminosity. You're not gonna be able to see it. There's some luminosity to it. It's not shimmery though, which that's good. I don't usually like glow luminous setting powders because it always has like this shimmer in it, and I don't want that. Personally, I like to concentrate my glitter areas. I like to be covered in glitter, but only in certain areas. So this I'm excited for even more now. So I want to tap it off with a sponge just in case. Nothing's really rolling, but I'm a little bit of nervous Nancy about that. Ooh, I'm glad I got the light shade. The medium didn't look that dark, so I almost got that one, but I'm glad I got this one. This one seems to be a good match, at least for the super light concealer that I use. Ooh, you guys. Okay, I just did this half and it looks really nice. It's not like powdery on my pores or setting weird. It almost diffused things a little bit. You know, I am looking for a good dupe for my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores foundation, not foundation, Bye Bye Pores setting powder and the pressed one. And this is looking pretty similar. Except it's loose and not pressed. Okay, I'm getting really excited now. That looks good. Let's do a little checky check. Not dry around the nose or anything. Everything looks pretty good. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit so you could see. I definitely feel like I have some kind of glow to my skin. Nothing is shimmery or glittery though. It's radiant. That's what the word would be. Well, I guess luminous would be the word. Tomato, tomato. But it's looking really nice so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of contour and bronzing and warm this up, and then let's go in with some blush. So I actually went ahead and threw on some highlight. As you can tell, I used the Jeffree Star Peppermint Frost palette. That one was like the goldeny shade Igloo Glow, I think it was, because it has that warm tone to it. I think I'm gonna be going for like a warm, fiery type of look today because I'm kind of basing the color story that I'm gonna be doing today off of this blush. Look at that blush. This is a Primer Infused Blush in the shade Always Fiery. There was 3 available or 4 available on Ulta's site when I was ordering. There was more on the Elf Cosmetics site, but this one looked the best. I wanted to pick this one. It looks the most pigmented and everything, and I needed a new orangey type of blush. The one that I was gonna get Rose, I think it was, but it honestly just didn't look like it was gonna be much. And in my experience in Elf blushes in the past, they tend to not be super pigmented. So I wanted to give it its best shot. Get out of the box! Ugh. Oh, there we go. I had to. Okay, so anyways, this is supposed to be primer infused, and it says what that basically means is it's supposed to last a lot longer and grip your cheeks kind of like a second skin type of situation. And I'm sad about this. It says to use it with the primer infused bronzer to complete your look. I didn't see a primer infused bronzer at any of the stores I was shopping, and I went to like 3 different Targets too, by the way. So I really want to try that bronzer, obviously if this goes well today, but stay tuned for that, maybe, possibly, I don't know. So let's try this out with this little fluffy brush. Ooh, that does have some, ooh, whoa. That's some pigment. I'm not surprised because look at this, hello, obviously. I was wondering if it was gonna be a cream or a powder. It's definitely a powder. That, wow, that has a lot, whoa, that has a lot of pigment. Okay, yeah, whoa, okay, I need to take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah, if you go in with a little bit, it is really pretty. I went a little too much over here, but this, that's nice. It's just warm. That's what it is. Just warming my face up. It's mixing really well with all the products underneath. Okay, I need to figure out how to blend this out though, because it seems like wherever you place it, honey, it's gonna stay. So let me try to diffuse this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's better. Let me add a little tiny bit more to the other side just so it's even Stevens. I missed that show. Okay, let me go do my eyebrows really quickly, and then I really want to try out this Elf Putty Primer. Weird. Now we're gonna go in with the Putty Eye Primer, and it'll either just be super gimmicky or it will be amazing. It's 50-50 shot. So I got the shade White, and 2 reasons for that. There was a total of 4 shades. The other 3 were skin tone colors, but it was hard for me to tell what was gonna be too dark or what was gonna be too light, so I just figured I'd go with the white one, because the other reason is a lot of you guys are always on the hunt for like a good white concealer for using with bright shadows and stuff like that. So we're gonna be testing that today. I'm gonna try taking it off with a brush. It says either use a brush or your fingertips. Yeah, kind of creamy. What's the difference between, let me feel it. I mean, it just feels like a cream to me. It doesn't necessarily feel like putty. Oh, but it blends out really nicely. Let me show you. So you kind of go in like that. So not crazy pigmented, and it blends out, which might be good. So let's go ahead and try to apply it with the brush. First, I'm gonna kind of carve out my brows a little bit. I like the idea of the nude ones though, because those would be good on those days that I don't really want to do much. I could just tap it on with my finger and then set it if it needs to be set. but it was hard to tell in pictures. One website looked like it was gonna be too dark for me for the lightest one, and the other one was like the opposite, and it was just, I was too confused. So I'm gonna wait for those to go in store if this one performs well. Definitely a drier feeling. Yeah, I guess it's not creamy, but it doesn't feel like the Face Putty either. It feels a little drier than the Face Putty. Still has some good pigment, not crazy white out white, but that will work fine for me. This is about where I like it to be anyways. Oh yeah, it's actually way more pigmented when you apply it with the finger. That's nice, multi-purpose, you know? It seems like it has a little tact to it, which hopefully that means it'll grab the shadows really nicely. I'm gonna try to do a bright look today to see how well this performs. Let me just set though underneath my eyebrow, because that's how I like to do it. I'm gonna set it with the white shade in Jawbreaker, because that's what I'm gonna be using today for my look, Jeffree Star Jawbreaker. So I'm gonna go in with Virgin right here and just set under there. So I wanna see how it's gonna let the powders and pigment stick on the rest of the eyelid. So I got this glitter that we're gonna be using in a minute, the liquid glitter eyeshadow from Elf, $5, not bad. So I'm gonna kind of do like a halo eye so we can play with that too. I'm gonna go in with WOW, because WOW, it's that yellow shade right there. And I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corner and try to leave a little space in the middle for that glitter. And then taking my packing brush with the same shade and just putting it on the mobile lid. Now I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side of my eye with the shade Suck, which is that bright orange one. And now I'm gonna do same thing, but on the lower lash line. Now let's go in with this glitter. So they had quite a few shades to choose from. I picked Flirty Birdie because it was like the most fiery looking shade. Oh, that's tiny. Oh, it's a little baby guy. It's so small. Okay, probably half the size of the Covergirl one, but it's about half the price. So note that. We'll see if they perform the same way. I love those Covergirl Exhibitionist glitters so much. They are so good. Where did my brush go? Okay, so I'm gonna use my brush for this. You could also use your finger to apply, but I wanna see how it goes with this. I'm just gonna pop it in the middle and blend out to the sides quite a bit. And I'm pressing, not swiping. And it's going on really nicely. Tap out the corners, or the edges I should say, with my fingers. I'm gonna bring it all the way up. That is pretty. I need to zoom you guys in, I'm so sorry. That's better. Now you guys can see all of this. That is looking really, really, really gorgeous. Applying really nicely. Hopefully it doesn't crease or anything, but we will see in the wear test. I'm gonna take some and put it on the lower lash line too, in between those two colors. Let me see if I can slap it right on directly. So let me take, I just can't get over how cute he is. Sometimes that's like what you're getting to, is it's like a similar formula, but maybe a smaller amount of it, which is fine because sometimes glitters, like the Stila Glittering Glows, I couldn't finish all of it before it dried out on me. So I started buying the smaller ones of that, like in the gift sets and stuff, but then Covergirl came out with the Exhibitionist, and now I don't need to. But if this one is good, then this is another round that I can do. They had a really, really, really pretty blue one that I'd be interested in picking up if this goes well. Yeah, this is going on really nicely too. I would say it's kind of a different look to put it directly on. It's not as concentrated. I like this more concentrated look, so I'm gonna go back to doing that. All right, I am loving that so far. So hopefully it holds up and doesn't crease on me. I do have slightly hooded eyes. When I look straight forward, you can kind of tell that way. So we will definitely know if it creases on me. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner, lashes, and I think lippies too, because I was trying to find a new Elf lippy product. They were supposed to have this new luminous glittery type of plumping gloss, but I couldn't find any new ones. They all look like the ones that have been around for a long time, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then we will talk about these products. Okay, all right, all complete. This is how everything is looking up close. Let me know how you're feeling about that down in the comments. Yeah, I'm not seeing any areas that I'm like cringing at by any means. Everything is looking really pretty. I really, really like that blush. I am so excited. That is so pretty. No creasing so far on the glitter. Yeah, I do look very, very luminous. Ignore the highlight because that was the Jeffree Star, but everywhere else even, I still feel like I have a luminosity. It's kind of like sitting and wearing on my skin really nicely already. It's probably been almost an hour since I first applied everything because I like to take my time, you know, when, you know, when I'm filming and stuff. So about an hour now and things are kind of settling really nicely into my skin. I got the dewy glow. I don't necessarily see like a difference with the pores when I was using the primer, but I felt like I saw a difference with the pores with the Halo Glow setting powder. I'm really excited for that powder. I'm so glad there's no shimmer in it. It seems very hydrating and nice. I'm really, really excited for that. I'll pop up on the screen some footage of this in natural lighting shot on my iPhone. My iPhone can be a little, you know, mean to me sometimes, but I thought it was looking really, really good. So that's really exciting. My nose area wasn't dry at all, which it was with the Milani Screen Queen foundation. I know this isn't a foundation review, but I did have concealer there and it's looking really good around my nose. So I'm digging that. And the Hydrating Camo Concealer seems really nice right now. I don't see any kind of dry patches anywhere, so I'm really, really liking that. The shade is a little bit light for me, yes, but after I applied everything, it's not looking as dramatic. So I could probably work with that. Maybe they'll come out with more shades, or maybe I just missed what might be my better shade. I don't know. That's one of the hard things about drugstore products, especially Elf. It's pretty rare to see testers of their stuff out, but luckily Target had a good exchange policy, so that's why I was able to get this one. And of course, Ulta has a great exchange policy too. If you get it online, hopefully they'll come out with it in the store really soon too. So I'm really loving everything so far. No complaints at all whatsoever. Oh, and the Putty Primer, I actually, like, based off of first impressions alone, I'm already liking it more than the Tatcha one, because the Tatcha, I instantly knew it wasn't jiving with me. It just felt like it didn't do anything going on, and then when I started putting my foundations and concealers on top, it already was like shifting and sliding like pretty quickly. This is, like I said, it was already been an hour and things seems like it's marrying my skin very, very beautifully, but we never know how long this will last. That's why an 8-hour wear test will be necessary, so I will check back in after it's been 8 hours, which will be right now for you guys. Okay, you guys, don't laugh. Okay, you can laugh. It's been 8 hours. Things are looking real greasy. Like I can probably scrape it with a knife. It's so greasy. Okay, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I've been looking at my skin throughout the day and I'm like, wow, it looks so glowy. My skin looks so pretty. I'm obsessed with this look. And seriously, an hour ago, it must have just taken a turn for the worse and it's gone down a very slippery, greasy slope. Because this didn't, like, I remember, okay, it's 7:15 right now. I had to have looked at my face, at least the last time was at least 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock. And it didn't look like this. Okay, so this all happened in this last hour. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And then of course, because it's greasing up so much, there is some separation going on, yeah. If you like this look, hey, you do you. It's a little too far for me, but throughout the day, it's looked really, really good. So I think I'll have to play around with the different, you know, components, because we tried so many different base products today to see what the perfect marriage is. I'm not creasing. I have a little tiny bit of rolling, actually. No, okay. Okay, it is a little bit. So I don't know if it's just the concealer or the primer putty or the setting powder. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. This is why I usually avoid trying a bunch of things in one shot, but I really was excited for all these products and I wanted to try it today. So I am still optimistic, even though this is my result after 8 hours. Because it looked so good for at least 6 hours, maybe 7, I'm willing to give them a shot in different combinations. But I must say that blush, you guys, that blush still looks really, really good. It hasn't faded at all. And the glitter has not creased at all. It's just the oiliness level of all the face products combined, which I'm not an oily skin gal, so I don't usually have that problem. If you already have oily skin, honey, after like an hour or two, it'll probably be this level. And then the eye primer, I don't really have anything to like note. It pretty much looks the same. There's the wear test for you guys. Clear as pudding. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out this video today. I hope that that was helpful for you. If you are new to my channel and this is your first time stumbling upon my face right here, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. That way you get notified when I post more videos, which is about 3 times a week. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope that every single one of you out there, every single one of you, have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, beautiful day. I'm actually out with as well as an artistry. So excited. Oh my gosh. I have the new Elf Hydrating. See, oh, this is my other video. I think I did. Take it easy. As long as everything wears similar texture to the beauty sponge. If you're familiar with beauty sponge, it is a beauty sponge. I also went ahead and used the Jeffree Star Peppermint Frosty Freeze. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh man, that song's gonna be stuck in my head all day now. Your guys is too. Sorry.